how many RPM for 90 knots? It's roughly 2200.
Yeah, so pull power.
It's a good number to memorize. That's the traffic he was talking about.
Yeah.
Keep us away from this guy here. So what I was saying, when you brief the missed approach for the ILS, it's always a decision height.
Yeah.
You started talking about minutes, that would be not good juju.
Okay.
You don't want to be talking about minutes on an ILS.
Okay,
It's always going to be decision height.
The decision height is 650.
That's what you brief, yeah. Then if you do have to go miss, what's your first direction?
We're going to climb to 4,000 on runway heading to like a left turn
the radial.
to car.
Just the first though, the first.
Yeah, just straight runway heading.
Just keep it simple. So let's try it again. The minimums are?
650.
And then if you don't see the runway at that point, what's the first leg?
Climb to 4,000 on runway heading.
Oh, perfect, that's it. That's what we have to do.
0 Papa Lima, turn left heading 330.
330, 0 Papa Lima.
A bumpy there.
Yeah.
Do you remember how to do an ILS with the autopilot?
Yep, we'll put it
Just talk me through it. Yeah, don't press it, but just talk me through what you would do.
We'll put it into approach mode.
And that'll arm the approach, right?
Yeah, and then,
And where would you see approach? If the approach is armed, where do you look for that?
Right here.
That should say APR on line 2.
Yep.
When it moves up to line 1, what does that mean?
That means the glide slope, right?
Exactly, the localizer.
The localizer, okay.
And the glide slope would be up here, GS.
Okay.
So APR, localizer, GS glide.
Okay.
253 Victor Alpha.
Now we can go normal speed. Since we're far away, we can go cruise. So let's practice cruise speed 2400.
Doing localizer, on top approach course for a night 0.
The advantage of the autopilot, you get to brief all this, get everything set up.
And then we'll re-put in this
Yeah, 123.05. Good. So your clue, you can actually listen on radio 2 to the traffic at Bremerton. How would you do that?
Go down here.
You can eavesdrop, eavesdrop a little bit. And see if anybody's flying around there. There you go, good.
0 Papa Lima, turn left heading 230, delay vector 4.
Left 230, delay vector 0 Papa Lima.
46 X-ray, turn right heading 200, just on low cloud.
We'll slow down to 90 since it's a delay vector. This is giving us good practice on flying headings.
Ready 4823, the center may not be able to hear you too well under 3,500, but contact the center on 124.6.
So we have Bremerton identified.
Yeah.
Alright, 4823, 124.2.
Can you show me how you'd actually get the Morse code, to listen to the Morse code?
Yeah, so you go push.
2461 Romeo, stay approach.
Go. Where is it on here?
A nav.
0 Papa Lima, turn left heading 160.
Left 160, 0 Papa Lima.
This is fun.
Tower 3 Victor Alpha, maintain 2,500 until established on 5 approach course. You're 5 miles from 1 way cleared RNAV, runway 20 approach.
Okay, I can take it out of ID mode, back to normal.
Yep.
November 2461 Romeo, this is Seattle approach. If you can hear me, contact us on 127.1. Victor Alpha, report cancellation of IFR of this frequency in the air or on the ground on 127.1 or on the phone.
So let's just do a little practice. We're going to
Victor Alpha,
make believe that the autopilot just failed. So I want you to get ready to hammer. You got it ready?
I'm ready.
Just see how you do on
Victor Alpha,
heading to
report cancellation of IFR in the air or on the ground on 127.1
The only reason I'm doing that is because it's pretty
on the phone.
low right now as far as ATC. So as well use this for training. A little bit of cabin heat in here.
Going 2461
It's almost like we're flying back to the Golden Arrows.
Thank you, sorry you were getting the wrong. Be on the departure ident. 61 Romeo, radar contact, 1 mile northeast of Bremerton Airport. Climb maintain 4000, expedite your climb up. 0 Papa Lima, turn right heading 320.
Right 3200 Papa Lima.
A good habit is first turn
61 Romeo, fly heading 340.
And then start your turn. There's no rush, you have to do it right away.
61 Romeo, compression 350.
Nice standard rate turn.
C Victor Alpha Radar service terminated. I'll talk to you when you cancel for exchange approved. Air 46 X-ray, 7 miles from Poe. You maintain 2,400 till established on localizer cleared ILS runway 17 approach.
Bremerton traffic, Gulfstream 500. We're on a 7-mile final now. For runway 20, Bremerton.
Air 6 Tango Hotel, contact Seattle Center 124.2.
That's why we're delayed. Gulfstream. You're doing a good job there. 320 coming up. Standard rate turn. Just under the clouds, under the bases. Looks like we can go back to cruise speed now, so that Gulfstream is way ahead of us. We'll get set up for our approach.
Air 0 Papa Lima, turn right heading 350.
Right 3500 Papa Lima.
Golden traffic scaling 2798 Gulfstream. The numbers runway 20, gonna make a right 360.
Air 2461 Romeo, contact the approach 125.9.
Thank you, sir. We're looking for you, and the Gulfstream is now on a 5-mile final for runway 20, Bremerton.
Air 46 X-ray radar service terminated, contact 12 Tower, good day.
If you don't mind, why don't you put it on right tank, because the right is not feeding that well. That's kind of normal. Then we'll put it on both when we get to WUMAX.
Alright.
Final approach checklist. It'll be a little more balanced for you in the wings. Oh, we don't want a right wing that's too heavy.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get you a little bit of IMC today, hopefully. A little higher later. You can see the weather is definitely not as good on this side.
Gulfstream 353 Victor Alpha, we are now on a 2-mile final, runway 20. Sure appreciate the help of the Cessna there in the pattern.
Bremerton traffic 98 Gulf number 2 has the Gulfstream, so I will follow with a little room for a touch and go, Bremerton.
Okay, you can take off your goggles. I want to have you a little experience with these clouds here.
Alright.
So we're kind of close to the clouds here. This can be disorienting because you can have a fake horizon. You can't really see the horizon. So you have to depend on your instruments. Let's say you had to deal with a passenger right now. How would you put an autopilot to maintain this heading and altitude? Go ahead and do that.
In heading mode.
And altitude. Yeah, good. That's all you need to do. Yeah, and remember this number doesn't really change anything. It's basically whatever this number is going to hold at.
Touch and go, number 2.
If you wanted to cut down by 60 feet, you would just, what? To go down to 3,000 feet, you'd do a couple of hits on that, yeah. And that should take you down 40 feet. It's good to practice being able to quickly turn on the autopilot. What do you think he's going to do next for us? WUMAX is right here.
Probably give us a right turn and clear us for the approach.
Bremerton traffic scaling.
You think it's going to be right?
Final runway
What's that? Or left turn, sorry.
Left turn, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Touch go.
Have like a base. We're on downwind. We'll get a base and then a final.
Yep.
Yeah. So you always want to be thinking ahead. And since it's kind of cold out there, why don't we put on pitot heat?
All right.
And what's the number? When do you have to turn on pitot heat?
40 or below.
Right, exactly. How close are we to 40?
3 degrees
Yeah,
off.
it's probably kind of close, so might as well.
Sure.
And Bremerton traffic, Gulfstream, we're clearing the runway at Alpha 7, taxi to park again. Skylane, thanks for your help.
You bet. I don't mess with jets, man.
Doesn't mess with jets, okay. Huh. It's an interesting cloud up here. It's like a 2-level cloud.
Oh, yeah.
There's blue sky above. Sunlight on key.
Air 436 Tango Hotel, see approach. Air 6 Tango Hotel, 124.2.
Our Bremerton frequency ready to go. Good to go. And we look for traffic. Got someone below us and someone above us. How can you tell this is in terrain mode right now? If you look over here, yeah, little, yeah, and also that little mountain here, that little mountain that shows you. If you turn terrain off, see that mountain goes away.
Oh, okay.
So how would you turn terrain back on? Good. How would you look for rain? For next rad?
For what?
For rain, like
Rain.
precip?
Uh,
Next rad, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, and I'm going to see where the closest rain is.